Hi there, and welcome to Lorena's Labyrinth today. Thank you for joining me. If you are a returning visitor, thank you so much for being part of the journey. If you're a newbie to the channel, thanks for joining us. Hope you will find something that interests you, is of value to you. And of course, if you like the content, please do remember to click that like thumbs up thingy. I do encourage you to subscribe to the channel, but at the same time, be aware I load a lot of content on a regular basis at the moment because I'm on a mission. I feel I have to get this content out to everybody because this is part of my personal commitment of empowering people. But anyway, I'm going to make today's video fairly brief because the last one was so long. So for now, what we're going to be talking about is the color magenta, and it is one of my favorite colors. Actually, I love magenta. It's I think I call magenta fuchsia sometimes, but it's a brilliant color. Anyway, let's crack on with it because I could lose myself in this color. Oops. So magenta carries the properties of the blue and the red. If we were going to mix them on a paint palette, or if we were trying to create the color magenta on a paint palette, that would be the colors we would be mixing. And as you can see here, if we're talking about red, we're talking about base chakra stuff. If we're talking about the blues, we're talking about communication, ability to see and understand. There's also an aspect of divinity with the blue, because of course the sapphire blue is associated with divine protection. We're also bringing in components of the wisdom center, the crown chakra, because there is a little bit of purple in there. You know, red and blue makes purple. So, from this perspective, we can tell that there's a lot going on for the color magenta. It's definitely loving communication and expression, and the ability to understand and act from a space of love and kindness, you know, because we can all talk, we can all say words, but actions speak louder than words. So this is about an active pausing, as I think, processing. I've done my transcript, but I'm not sticking to it today, which is why you got the oopsie before. Yeah, so anyway, when we talk about magenta, it's a link to the blue ray as well as the red ray. So it's willpower, communication, understanding, activity, action, oh, and purity. Because, of course, you can make magenta paler or darker just by adding white, of course. And white is a purifier. Anyway, I'm going to move on to the specific details of magenta because I did say this was going to be a short video today. I think I'm liking the color, I've got to admit. I think I just want to sit here and look at the color. But moving on. So it's these qualities with the crown and the third eye or the brow chakra, and I must say the throat chakra, that basically is the highest form of wisdom. It's the greatest wisdom in that it promotes faith and trust in the processes of life. Obviously, we never stop truly questioning or growing because life is a growth pathway, but we trust the processes of life when we're in alignment with the magenta, shall we say, because the magenta itself inspires this really deep inner knowing combined with the truth and clarity. So it strengthens faith and trust. It's a beautiful, oh, goodness me. Sorry, I'm struggling with this one today. I'm just loving it. Sorry, I'll crack on a bit more. I've been feeling a tad fatigued lately, so perhaps this is what the issue is, because I'm quite sincere when I say, you know, I'm just losing myself personally while doing this video, and kind of falling, if you can imagine, into this color of magenta because it just it just is inexplicable for the impact that's having on me. But I've also been feeling energy this morning as well. But anyway, what we're looking at with the color magenta and the attributes of it, it does reignite and awaken passion. This is what it's credited for, and it assists us in our journey of self-discovery and to connect with the higher realms. So that's just something to give consideration for if you're looking to foster your divine connection. So this activity is another easy one. It's not only easy to do, it's actually easy to fit into your daily routine. Basically, just create some time before you go to bed to meditate on the color magenta. Now, this can mean just sitting there doing the sacred breath for about 5 minutes and focusing your intent to connect to your internal source of wisdom, which is always available and accessible. So the guidance is basically each night for the next 7 days, just before you go to bed, ask a specific question of your higher self, that part of you that carries the deeper knowledge, wisdom, and compassion. So, what you would do is basically state your purpose and your intent by using this affirmation before you start the breathing exercise. But not only that, you would then have your question ready that you would ask. So, you would say, I choose to be open to receiving the answers and guidance delivered to me by divine intelligence, God, Creator, whatever name you want to call them, to bring me to a space of greater joy, love, and abundance. So, you've put that out there. And then, if this is a new pattern of behavior for you that you're attempting to do, I'm just giving you a tip here. When I first started doing it, I basically told them I was testing my capacity to hear clearly and to receive my answers, and so that I could actually evaluate what I was hearing and feeling energetically. So initially, I did ask questions that I knew the answers to, and they could be things like, uh, gee whiz, that led me to a pathway I hadn't considered talking about, but I will. Okay, you've got to be clear with the questions you ask. If you want clear answers, you've got to ask clear questions. And so you wouldn't turn around and say, what color are my eyes? You would turn around and say something like, are my eyes brown? Are they blue or whatever? You've got to be very clear with what you ask so that you can get the yes, no clearly to you. Once you've established that, then you're working to fine tune your connection later on. That is actually a little psychic development tip, but I don't consider it about being psychic development. I consider this about developing your own intuitive abilities and to be able to access your internal wisdom. Okay. And of course, whenever you do these activities, you finish up with a thank you um, for the blessings seen and unseen, or thank you for your patience, consideration. It's about personalizing this connection. And don't forget, whenever we do any of these spiritual activities or energy activities, we always go to the creator first. We always ask God by whatever name we call God, because we're talking about the creator. So if you call him God, if you call him Jesus, if you call him Allah, whatever blows your hair back, that's the name that you call the person, because you have to be comfortable, and we're going to the highest power. Hope that helped. And so concludes another colour video for today. Thank you for being part of the journey. Take care. I'm going to be brief. Have a wonderful, wonderful day, wonderful week. Take care. Be blessed. Have a glorious week. Bye bye for now.